Good morning, Kate. Do you have a minute?
Good morning, Mr. Davis. Yes, I do.
I want to talk about your new article for the magazine.
Oh, the article about city life? I worked very hard on it.
Well, I read it today. The article is very strange.
Strange. What do you mean?
The article says that women should stop working and just stay home.
What? I did not write that.
But your name is on the top of the paper.
Let me look at the paper, please.
Here it is. Read the title.
Why city women should not work. This is not my writing.
Are you sure?
The new intern Lisa gave it to me this morning.
Ah, I understand now. I think Lisa made a big mistake.
How did she make a mistake?
I asked Lisa to print my article.
My article is about healthy food in the city.
So where did this strange article come from?
Lisa likes to write her own stories.
I think she printed her story by mistake.
And she put your name on it?
She probably mixed up the papers on the desk.
That makes sense.
I need to clear the air about this.
I am very sorry for the confusion, Mr. Davis.
It is not your fault, Kate.
But we must get to the bottom of it.
I will go talk to Lisa right now and explain the problem.
Please ask her to find your real article about healthy food.
I actually have it saved on my computer.
I can just email it to you. That is a great idea.
Email is much safer than paper.
I will send the email in 2 minutes.
Thank you, Kate.
You are a very good writer.
Thank you for understanding the problem so quickly.
Of course, I knew you would never write a bad article.
I love my job here too much to do that.
Good. I look forward to reading the correct one before lunch.
It will be in your inbox right away.
Have a great lunch, Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Kate. See you later.
Hi, Lucy. You look very worried today.
Hi, Mark. Yes, I have a big problem.
What is the matter? Can I help you?
I found a beautiful apartment downtown.
That is great news. Why are you sad?
The landlord will not rent the apartment to me.
Why not? You have a good job and money.
He says he only rents to married or engaged couples.
That is a very strange rule.
I know, but the apartment is cheap and perfect.
So, what are you going to do?
I have a crazy idea, but I need your help.
My help? What do you want me to do?
I want you to pretend to be my fiancé.
Your fiancé? Are you joking?
No, I am serious. Just for 1 hour.
You want me to lie to the landlord?
It is just a little white lie. Please, Mark?
What if he asks us questions about our wedding?
We can just say we are planning a small wedding next year.
We do not even have rings. He will know.
Look, I bought 2 cheap silver rings from the store.
Wow, you really planned everything.
If you do this for me, I will buy you dinner for a week.
Free dinner for a week? That sounds nice.
So, will you help me get the apartment?
Okay, I will do it. I am happy to save the day.
Thank you, Mark. You are my best friend.
When do we meet the landlord?
He is coming to this cafe in 10 minutes. Oh wow, that is very soon. We need to practice.
Put this ring on your finger right now.
Okay, it fits perfectly.
How do I look?
You look like a very happy fiancé. Good. Let's get you that beautiful apartment.
Good morning, Betty. How are you today?
Good morning, Leo. I am doing well, thank you.
The building looks very clean this morning.
Thank you. I wake up early to clean the lobby.
You do a great job. Is there any mail for me?
Yes, you have 1 small box. Here it is.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Wait a minute, Leo. I need to talk to you.
Oh, okay. Is there a problem?
Not a big problem, but we have some new building rules.
New rules? I did not read the email yet.
We want the hallways to look nice and tidy.
I agree. A clean hallway is very important.
But you have a very big, colorful doormat outside your door.
Yes, it is a funny doormat. It says go away.
I know, but the new rule says all doormats must be the same.
The same? That sounds a little boring.
We are giving everyone a new plain brown doormat.
Do I have to pay for the new brown doormat?
No, it is completely free for all the tenants.
Oh, that is very nice of you.
Also, I need to remind you about the monthly trash fee.
The trash fee? Oh no, did I forget to pay it?
Yes, it was due last Friday.
I am so sorry, Betty.
It completely slipped my mind. That is okay.
People forget things sometimes.
I was very busy with my work last week.
Just please keep an eye on the calendar next time.
I will. Can I pay the fee right now?
Yes, you can pay it at my office desk.
Here's the money for the trash fee.
Thank you, Leo. Here is your receipt.
And I will put the new brown doormat outside my door tonight.
I really appreciate your help.
No problem at all.
See you later, Betty.
Goodbye, Leo. Have a great day at work.
Good morning, Mary. What are you writing?
Good morning, Paul. I am writing a shopping list for Emma's birthday party.
Oh, that is right. Our daughter is having a birthday next week.
Yes, and I want to make a really big cake for her.
She is turning 30 years old. We should buy 30 candles.
30? No, Paul. Emma is not turning 30.
Yes, she is. She was born 30 years ago.
You are wrong. She is only turning 29 this year.
Mary, please face the facts.
We celebrated her 29th birthday last year.
No, I am sure she is 29.
Maybe 28 and a half.
How can someone be 28 and a half on their birthday?
Well, young people just grow up very slowly these days.
That does not change her real age, Mary.
I just do not want her to feel old.
30 is not old. It is a great age to be.
But if she is 30, that means we are getting old too.
I see the real problem now. Time flies so fast.
It feels like she was a little baby just yesterday.
I know it goes fast, but we should be happy and proud of her.
You are right. She has a good job and a nice apartment in the city.
Exactly. She is a very successful and smart young woman.
Do you think she will be angry if I buy number 29 candles?
She will probably just laugh at you.
I guess you are right. She knows her own age.
So, are we buying the number 30 candles?
Okay, fine. I will write 30 candles on the shopping list.
Thank you. What kind of cake are you going to bake for her?
I will bake a double chocolate cake.
It is her favorite flavor. That sounds delicious.
Do you need me to go to the supermarket?
Yes, please. Can you buy eggs, sugar, milk, and the candles?
I can drive to the store right after lunch.
Perfect. Let's invite all of her close friends to the house on Saturday.
It will be a wonderful surprise party.
Yes, it will be the best 30th birthday ever.
I am glad we agree.
Now, let's drink some coffee and finish the list. Good morning. Are you the new intern?
Yes, I am. Lily. My father is the boss of this company.
Nice to meet you, Lily. I am John. I will be your teacher today.
Nice to meet you, John. Where is my private office?
Your private office? Interns do not get private offices here.
But I am the boss's daughter. I need a quiet room.
I understand, but everyone starts at a shared desk.
A shared desk? Will I sit with other people?
Yes, you will sit right here next to me.
Oh, okay. Can someone bring me a cup of hot coffee, please?
We do not have waiters in this office, Lily.
Who makes the coffee then?
We make our own coffee in the break room.
This is very different from my university. Working in a real office is different from school.
I want to be a great manager like my father one day.
That is a great goal, but you must learn the ropes first.
What does that mean?
It means you must learn how everything works in the office. Even how to make the coffee?
Yes, even how to make the coffee and copy papers.
I see. My father told me I need to work hard.
He is a smart man. Everyone must start from the bottom.
Okay, John, I am ready to learn and work hard.
Great. First, let's go to the break room.
Will you show me how to use the coffee machine?
Yes, I will. It is very easy to use.
Thank you. What will we do after we drink our coffee?
I will show you how to write a formal business email.
I am very good at writing messages on my phone.
Business emails are a little different, but you will learn fast.
You are a very kind teacher, John.
And you are a very good student, Lily.
I am sorry I asked for a private office earlier.
Do not worry about it. Let's go get that coffee.
Sounds good. Lead the way.
Good evening, Chloe. You are working very late again.
Good evening, Dad. Yes, I am writing a new article.
What is the article about this time?
It is about the new lifestyle trends in the city.
Lifestyle? What does that word mean?
It means how people live, what they eat, and what they wear.
I see. But why don't you write about real news?
Real news? Like politics and the economy?
Yes, like the serious stories on the front page of the newspaper.
People read my magazine to relax, Dad, not to stress about the economy.
I guess that is true. But you use so many strange words.
What strange words do I use?
You always talk about vintage aesthetics and vegan smoothies.
Those are just normal words for my readers.
Well, it is all Greek to me. I do not understand them at all.
That is okay, Dad. You are not my target audience.
Are you a real journalist, Chloe?
Yes, of course I am a real journalist. I interview important people.
I just want you to have a safe and good career.
I do have a good career. My magazine is very popular right now.
Does it pay well? Can you make a living doing this?
Yes, Dad. I pay my rent and buy my own food every month.
I am sorry, Chloe. I do not mean to be rude.
I know you were just worrying about my future.
Things were very different when I was young. We only read the daily news.
The world is changing fast, and journalism is changing too.
You are a smart girl. I am sure you are doing a great job.
Thank you, Dad. Do you want to read my article when I finish?
Yes, I would love to read it.
But you have to promise not to complain about the strange words.
I promise. I will try to learn some new vocabulary today.
I can teach you all about vegan smoothies tomorrow morning.
Let's start with the article first.
Okay, I will print it for you in 10 minutes.
Take your time.
I will go make us some hot tea.
That sounds wonderful.
Thank you, Dad.
Clara, why are we in this expensive makeup store?
I need to buy a new face cream, Ben.
But you already have a lot of face creams at home.
Those are normal creams. I need something stronger today.
Stronger? Are you having skin problems?
Look at my face. I look very tired and old.
You do not look old, Clara. You look perfectly fine.
Thank you, but I saw a picture of myself yesterday.
Pictures can look bad sometimes.
It is just bad light.
Maybe. But look at this special cream here.
Magic Youth Cream. What is inside it?
The box says it has real snake venom in it.
Snake venom? That sounds very dangerous and strange.
A magazine says it stops wrinkles and makes you look young.
I think that is just a silly trick to sell products.
But famous actors use it all the time on television.
Famous actors also have a lot of makeup on their faces.
I just want to feel good about myself again.
You have been working very late this week at the office.
Yes, I only sleep for 4 hours a night.
You do not need snake venom. You just need to sleep. But this cream can fix my tired face in 1 minute.
Clara, look at the price tag on that small bottle.
Oh, wow. It is $200.
Yes, it will cost a fortune to buy that.
I cannot spend $200 on a tiny bottle.
Exactly. Keep your money in your pocket.
But what should I do about my tired eyes?
You've been feeling under the weather because of work.
That is true. I am very stressed and tired right now.
Let's buy a simple, cheap moisturizer with vitamins instead.
And maybe I can start drinking more water too.
Yes, water and sleep are the best magic creams in the world.
You are a very smart friend, Ben.
I just want you to be happy and healthy.
Put the snake venom back on the shelf.
Let's go buy some vitamins. Good choice.
And then I will buy us a healthy lunch.
Hey, Sarah, what are you looking at on your laptop?
Hi, Luke. I am looking at apartments on the internet.
Apartments? Are you moving out of our parents' house?
Yes, I am. I want to live in my own place now.
That is amazing news. When are you leaving?
I want to move next month. I need more quiet time for my work.
This is perfect. I have a great plan for the house.
A plan for the house? What do you mean?
Your bedroom is right next to my bedroom.
Yes, we share a wall. So what?
When you leave, I am going to knock down that wall.
Knock down the wall? You cannot do that, Luke.
Why not? It will make my bedroom super big.
You are going to jump the gun. I haven't even moved yet.
But I need a bigger room for my video games and my new guitar.
Mom and Dad will never let you break a wall in their house.
I can do it while they are sleeping. It will be a surprise.
That is a terrible surprise. They will be very angry with you.
I guess you're right. They love this old house a lot.
We have lived under one roof for 20 years.
They want to keep it nice. So what should I do?
My room is really too small. You don't need to break a wall to use my room.
I don't? How can I use 2 rooms then?
You can just walk through the hallway door like a normal person.
Oh, that makes sense.
You can sleep in your room and play games in my old room.
I can make your old room into my private gaming office.
Yes, exactly. But you still have to ask Mom and Dad first.
Do you think they will say yes? I think they will.
They want you to be happy.
Thank you, Sarah.
You always have very good ideas. You are welcome.
Now please help me find some big moving boxes.
I will go to the supermarket right now and ask for free boxes.
That is very helpful. I really appreciate it.
No problem. I want you to move out as fast as possible.